Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zah back at you. Anyways, like I said, man, I did my last video and I was talking about the reason why, basically I was stuck at 20K. And a lot of people felt, not even a lot of people, just a few cats said something different. And the fact that, even though I was saying what I said, I was negative the whole time. And it's just funny because no matter how many times I said, cats just refuse to get the fact that I just ain't gonna be watered down. It's just the way I am. That's my character as a person. You know what I'm saying? So it's understandable if not everybody's gonna flock to it, but that's the key to success. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna like you. That's just the way it goes. And if you worry about the fact that everybody likes you, then individually you just ain't that strong. And to me, I consider myself a strong person because at the end of the day, I've never yielded or folded. I've never did anything just to make somebody feel some type of way about me, as far as like in a good way. I've never just been that individual that needed people to like me just due to the fact that I was just brought up that way. Just, I learned to stand on my own 2 feet a long time ago. But at the end of the day, this ain't what I really want to talk about. So it's not reflecting on the last video. It's the people that are basically sitting at home right now and doing absolutely nothing. There's a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, if I would have did a video like you, I could have got basically your status or whatever. They consider this shit famous, but I'm just gonna let you know straight out. The whole reason I'm not gonna come on here and give you the secrets to making on YouTube, because at the end of the day, I don't have the recipe. And there's a gang of channels that'll tell you that, oh yeah, if you do this, you do that. Yeah, some of them might actually make you a little bit more seen, but the whole thing is to bring people back to view you constantly. See, it's not hard to make a channel on YouTube, and everybody has asked me. I have showed them exactly how to do it. It's easy. Now, as far as blowing up on YouTube, as you can see, I'm at 20K. That's a lot, but that's not even considered blowing up for a lot of people. Most people see blowing up as you in 100K, you 60 and above, and you know what I mean. But that's a territory. But the whole thing, what I want to talk about, is the simple fact that if you want to even have a chance at making that number, you got to get on it, and you gotta make yourself. Can't nobody make you. I could put people's videos out here from here to Kingdom Come until I'm no longer on YouTube. But at the end of the day, if people don't think your channel benefits them in some way, or they're not paying some type of respect, or feel as if they gotta pay respect, they're just gonna go past your channel, and it's not gonna mean nothing. So the whole thing is, whatever you decide to get into on YouTube, make sure that you kind of stick to that. You can branch out and do certain things, but you want to stick to that core thing. Me, from the gate, I decided to branch out and go in a lot of different ways, just for the fact that I don't want people to just be like, oh, it's a prison channel, and people still associated with that, because a lot of I gave people a lot of klesha without exposing really anything, you know what I mean, anything that would be detrimental to me. But at the end of the day, people considered my channel somewhat of a prison channel, even though, like I said, I did branch out and go different ways. The whole reason I made this video is because I see people and they get at me all the time like, oh, Zah, you don't do this for me and you don't do that for me. But at the end of the day, I can't make you who you are. I can't take a pussy and make him a rider. You know what I mean? The same way I can't take a rider and make him a pussy. It's just in you, or it's not. People either flock to you or they won't. And there's nothing I can really do about that. My whole thing in this lifetime is to take care of my kid, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully raise him to the best of my ability. Now, as far as putting somebody on, I can try to put you on all day, but it's no guarantee that it's going to take, because at the end of the day, not a lot of people in this world right now really pay attention to people without some type of gimmick. This world is full of gimmicks, and if you don't have a gimmick, or you don't have something special about yourself, or what people may consider special, then you're gonna go nowhere. You can be on YouTube. Don't let people fool you, and they have like 100 and something thousand or 1 million subscribers, but you notice they may get lucky if they get over 100 views. That shit right there is suspect, but that's how it is. Like, I got cats right now that come on Instagram and try to get me to pay in order to get followers, but that people can tell that it never works, you know what I mean? And if it was like righteously, like people were gonna come and view my shit, and I might happen to be able to turn somebody onto my channel, then I would do it. Now, that's besides the point, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm just talking. I'm sick and I'm just talking, but I just want to tell people that are interested in getting to YouTube, you got to find a niche and stick to it. Like, I made the mistake because I had a niche, but I didn't stick to it totally. But that's because I didn't want to be considered just another prison channel. There's a lot of prison channels that will give you some righteous shit, and then there's some out there that'll sell you a crap bowl of something that's going to get you caught up in the future. A lot of people think that just because cats say certain things on YouTube that's law, but it's not. It's the type of that shit's gonna get you caught up, because these cats live in a whole different reality. And what I mean a whole different reality is they've never been there and they've never done that. And if they did, a lot of times they ain't doing it no more. So that just basically means they ain't no good. Like I said, this ain't to talk about all that. I ain't even gonna mention that other shit because it has nothing to do with it. The whole thing is, if you want to make it on YouTube, you got to find your niche. And when you find that niche and it works for you, stick to it. Don't be like me. I bounce around, because at the end of the day, I don't really care. I to be honest, I don't really care. Like, if my channel blows up off of just being me, then I'm happy with that. But I'm not gonna go above and beyond and do some weird shit in order to get people to follow me. Like I said, choose a niche and go into it. Right now, there's a few different tools that you can use on YouTube in order to pick a niche that you might be able to continue. See, prison talk is a type that is, if you get interviews, and if you're interviewing certain types of people, and then you just could get reckless from the lip and talk about absolutely everything on prison, then your channel will continue to blossom, because people constantly want to hear about negative shit. It's just the way it is. Society is just made that way. Everybody wants to hear who's killing who, and how this fool got stabbed in prison, and whether this fool is no good, or if he's good, and who, it's just the way it is. Society lives off that type of drama. That's why people talk about it and they rap, because they know without saying certain things of that nature, people will turn off to it, because people are enticed with violence. People are enticed with hearing people do bad. Ain't too many people in this world that are happy seeing another individual do well. And it's just plain and simple fact. You got people, and trust me, I'm a product of that. You got people that will try to build you up and make you as if you're some type of messiah, and then as soon as they can't utilize you the way they want to, or try to bend you to their will, then they start saying all types of whole ass shit. And of course they don't say it in your face, but they say it behind your back, or they try to act like you're friends. But at the end of the day, I don't have no friends, and I don't have no circle. I don't have no circle. I don't give if you're from my hood. I just don't have no circle. I keep everybody at a certain distance, and that's the way you move in this life, because it's grimy. But YouTube is one of those things, like, like I said, if you got a good niche and you got something real generally good to talk about, people will pay attention. And it might take a while. My shit blew up so fast that a lot of people were like, what? You know what I mean? I know people on my channel to this day that have been here since day one. You know what I mean? That's loyalty. But understand, it's one of those things, like I said in my last video. It's a reason why I haven't been able to break that number. But also just due to the fact that, you know what I mean? It's I kind of go off wire sometimes. But it's one of those things, like, if you really want to succeed at it, you just got to stay on it. You can't be like me and upload every once in a while, because after a while, the people that really focus on you will tend to fall off. But you will always have your core audience. That's why I got a whole nother channel, because at the end of the day, when you do other, like with the live reactions, that shit will hold people. Why? Because people will constantly tune in to see what you think about some of the music. Sometimes people want you to view their music, and then it's your choice really to go that way. But all I'm gonna say is that if you want to succeed on YouTube, like I said, I don't have the exact method. I don't have the exact science to it. All I know is that I created something out of nothing. But before even YouTube, I was somebody to myself. Some people will come on YouTube to find themselves. I already knew what type of individual I was. Grimy, but at the end of the day, with mad respect for my own boys, you know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about my hood. Just mad respect for the homies, you know what I mean? So, but people fall off of it. It's like some cat try to say the novelty of a dude that's black sounding Mexican, like, I guess that wore off. But I was never trying to be a novelty to begin with, because there's black homies that are a lot older than I am. Some of them are dead, some are still alive. There's a lot of us. So, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of them cats, they're from different places that they don't know about Cali, you know what I mean? Shit ain't nothing new if you grew up in Los Angeles. Shit, even in IE, it's nothing new. But yeah, so I don't know. I can't really give you the secret to it. All I'm gonna say is, if you're gonna get on YouTube, pick a genre. Pick a genre. Pick something that you really want to. And if you don't want to lock yourself into a certain position, and do all types of stuff, whatever you think is gonna get you there, since that's what your primary focus on, do that. You know what I mean? But understand, like, once you start, a lot of people are going to come to your channel for that, but you got to constantly broaden it in order to try to bring in other elements, because you will hit a plateau. It's like you'll hit the 20K like that, and then all of a sudden you got to do other things. So you start collabing with people, and then you'll get a few subscribers off of that, and then you might blow up a little bit more, and then you collab with somebody else. That's how YouTube works. You know what I mean? But don't get stuck in the prison genre. That shit, it's only gonna go so far, unless you just want to be one of them fools just reckless and running your mouth. But on that note, I'm your boy Zod, and this is just me saying me. You know what I mean? I'm out.